he could have stayed in Paris. The lights, the salons, a name that was gradually becoming fashionable. Many American artists did just that. They stayed or returned home changed, mentally closer to Europe than to their own roots. But Charles Courtney Curran chose a different path. He returned to America and soon found a place that would define his entire life. Cragsmoor, New York, a small settlement on top of a plateau. Wind, endless sky, a landscape that does not impose a plot, but gives freedom. And here I have an honest question for you. Would you stay in Paris for the sake of fame? Or would you return to a place where there is less recognition, but more room to breathe? In the early 1900s, Cragsmoor became a true artistic colony. Curran became its heart, its central figure. And here it is important to pause, because this was not an escape from the world. It was a manifesto, at a time when art was becoming louder, more aggressive, and increasingly seeking ways to shock the viewer. Curran focused on the opposite. Light, space, presence. And now another question, not about history, but about your position. Do you believe in the existence of American Impressionism at all? Or is it just a pale echo of France? Because that's what we've been taught to think. That true Impressionism is Monet and Renoir. It's the Seine and the Parisian light. Everything else is just a shadow. But then why do Curran's paintings still work? Why don't they look outdated? And why is there more silence in them than in most contemporary art? This is where his masterpieces appear on the heights and hilltop walk, women against the backdrop of the landscape. They're not just muses or symbols. They are people who simply exist in the moment. And here is the contrast that explains everything. While Paris was inventing new styles, America was inventing something else calm. Because at this very moment, the world is changing too fast. New trends are emerging one after another. Impressionism is considered a thing of the past. Beauty is being replaced by forms that deliberately reject it. And Curran, he doesn't change anything. He doesn't protest. He doesn't write angry manifestos. He doesn't try to justify himself. He just keeps painting as if silence has as much right to exist as a scream. And this is where the real tension arises. Because now the question sounds different. Is calmness a strength or a weakness? Can an artist survive when the art world no longer wants silence? And what happens to those who refuse to race ahead with the future? More on this in the next part.